Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about file management in R. So I have provided a Dropbox link to this file underscore management.r so that you can download and follow the tutorial. So let us open this file by double clicking it. Okay, so today we are going to talk about four things about managing files and directory in R. So the first one is getting current working directory. So as soon as you open your R Studios or R software, you may want to know where your current directory is. Okay, so where is your R is working on. Okay, so in order to go that, so the command, this is getting working directory. So the command is get working directory wd and put a bracket here. So does it? There is no argument. So you can run this by pressing Control Enter. Now this is our current working directory. Okay. So one thing in R is that you can put every expression and assign it into a new object. So let us assign this as a current WD. So we will create a new object called current WD and assign our pathway. Okay, assign our pathway. Okay, now let us print this out. Okay, now let's move to the next comment. So most of the time you are working on a new project where you created another new folder. So you may want to set your working directory into that folder. Okay, so there are two ways to do that. The first way is type in a comment. Okay, so let's say that I want to put my new working directory under Dropbox. Okay, so this one. So what I can do is I will set wd and I can just type it. So this is my root directory. So that you can see when you press, so I type user and then I can press tab button and then there is a folder pop-up. Okay, you can select by pressing enter and then press tab key. Now navigate to my folder and navigate to the directory where we want to put it, or otherwise you can just copy this and put it there. Okay, so now let's run this command and then let's call our current working directory by typing get wd and run this. Now you can see that our current working directory changed to this directory. Okay, so this is the first way to set a new working directory. And the second one of doing the same thing is using mouse. So you can do it by using this Find tab. Okay, so now you can see that there is a home button. If you click it, R will take you to the default root directory. Okay, now I want to put my current new working directory under Dropbox, so I will choose this. Okay, now home Dropbox. Now what I can do is I move the cursor to the more button with the down arrow key, with the down arrow symbol, and click it and then set as working directory. So now you can see that there is whatever you do, if you do by moving your arrow or cursor, R will nicely print out the comment related to that activity. So you can just copy this, Control C, and put it here, so that we can compare the first one. So the first method is set working directory, and you have to specify the full pathway, full directory. Okay, so this is the absolute find pathway, or you can also use the related find pathway, so that you can represent this. So this default directory by by this symbol, tilde symbol, and you can just specify the rest. So it will produce the same result. Okay, it will produce the same result. So these are the ways of setting the new directory, working directory, or getting current working directory in R. So if you want to just set our working directory back to the current one, the first one, so we have put this current working directory into an object, so we can record it later. So you can type set working directory, and instead of specifying a path, you can just put that object. So set working directory current wd. Okay, and after that we are going to print that get that working directory. Now we are going to set working directory, and then let's print it out. So now our current working directory is changed back to the original one, right? Okay, so before I go to the next one, I would like to, so I'm using a Mac, so um, the directory might be a little bit different from Windows user. So in Windows, so you have to go, so this is the Find Explorer in Windows. So this is called the address bar. So you just click here, and you can see that it is specifying C and C colon slash things like that. Okay, so let me just use this users. So let me type this. So in Windows, your working directory looks like this: C and users. Okay, so we were specifying this pathway. So Windows use, as you can notice here, Windows use this backward slash, and in Mac, so R system is based on a Unix, Linux system, or Mac system, so they are quite similar. So that the pathway use forward slash. So for Windows user, you have to change this. You have to change this into forward slash, or use double backward slash like this. So now C double forward slash user double forward slash, so that the R will recognize your working directory. Okay, so please try this. If it doesn't work, let me know, give a comment. Now let's move to the third one. So as you can see that we have run quite a comment here. So you can click on this maximize button to make the full page. So you can see that there are a lot of outputs. So one thing, if you're working on a long project, so if you are repeatedly running things, you might want to clear your console before you start working on a new project or started running again. So what you can do is you can just press Control L. Okay, so to clear the screen, so press Control L, pressing Control L, so that it will clear all the console, all the output from a console. So that is one thing to manage your console. Okay, so now moving to the fourth one. So removing all objects in a global environment. So where is our environment? Here. So environment and the global environment, we have one object, a current WD. So basically, what you can do is you can just type remove current working directory. You can do this, or sometimes when you have run one project and before you move on to the next project, what you want to do is you want to clear all the items or objects in global environment. So if you have 100 objects under your global environment, using this way might not be a very efficient way. So we want to clear every object at the same time. Okay, so one way to do this is type im. So im is remove. Okay, give it a bracket. So now let's give a list equal ls and everything. Okay, so this command will clear every object in the global environment. So let's try this, run this. Okay, so now the environment is empty. Okay, so before we move on, let's save it. So I hope this is helpful. If you like the video, give a thumbs up, and we'll be putting more videos. Thank you very much.